guys, welcome to Tea and Tide. I have my friend Nader here, who is an ENFJ.
Hello.
Introduce yourself more. You're the extrovert.
My name is Nader. I label myself as ENFJ. I'm doing this only because of my friend Calypso here.
Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting because we have like contrary relations, right?
Yeah, contrary is a word that's used in socionics.
Like, it's not a bad thing, it means that everything is in opposite directions. If I have some morals, I never apply it to everyone else because it's like introverted feeling. I'm not sure if it's always like that, but introverted feeling. So I apply everything to myself. So I'm like, okay, anyone can do whatever, but I must do everything exactly like this that I have like thought of in my mind. So how would you think that might be like opposite to extroverted feeling? More like
Everything is external from myself. Like I feel like I'm behind a window and I have to take action and I can't see myself behind the window. I feel responsible for the things around me, the things I see around me when it comes to like emotions. Person that might be struggling, if I have an ability to help them, let's say somebody's lost in direction and I can see that they're going the wrong way, I will intervene. I feel responsible, and if I don't, I will feel personally guilty for not stepping up. When I say this example, it's throughout my life and throughout every day. There's multiple examples of this where it happens and I have to take action. I'm so aware of the other people around me and what they're feeling, what they need. I know how to navigate mostly any social situation very comfortably. So it's sort of like a superpower in connecting with anybody I really want to.
Okay, I'm supposed to answer the question too. Yeah, favorite thing about FI is nothing. I don't know, I'm Enneagram 4, so I kind of like that. Oh yeah, my own morals, my own values, my own. Well, my least favorite thing is definitely, I feel like I'm too harsh on myself. For some reason, I can be really nice to really accepting to other people, but then to myself, I'm like, okay, did I pass all my SI checkpoints? Like, am I doing everything exactly morally correct by my standards for myself? What is your least favorite thing about FE, Dominique?
The strength is the weakness, I guess. When you're so aware of everyone else, you always want to maintain external harmony with everyone else. So it's hard to be just accepting of a mode that's not positive for an extended period of time, I would say. You always want to change the environment.
If everyone is like sad, do you also get sad? Is it like difficult in that sense?
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. Yeah, if everyone is sort of having a depressive mood, I'll definitely take it on as well, and I'll realize later, like, hey, why am I feeling like this? And I realize it's attached to the other people that I was around.
Now I want to talk about how like this idea of empathy, because I've been thinking about FI empathy, and I think for me, it's almost a logical process. It's like, okay, I see this person is upset, but it doesn't diffuse into me. I'm not like an emotional sponge. It's like, okay, this person is upset. Why? What happened to this person? And then I think, okay, events ABC happened, and then I logically deduce that is why they're upset, and I would probably feel upset if the same events happened to me. But then I guess my understanding of FE empathy is more like the sponge metaphor, like whoosh, you just suddenly feel the upsetness because you see that someone's upset.
It's definitely really fast acting. Like, if you share your joy with me, I will feel it with you and I'll light up. If you share your pain with me, I will. If I resonate with you as a person and I like you, or I feel some sort of attachment to you, then I will feel it with you.
So it's not for everyone, it's just for people who...
I can cut it off with people that I
cool.
do not want to absorb it with, I guess.
Wait, that's crazy. How do you cut it off?
If I have a negative judgment of them, then I can easily cut it off.
It's kind of like you can do it willingly. That's pretty surprising.
Yeah, I think that's the right word, actually, willingly, yeah.
I'm not sure about other NFPs, but sometimes just art makes me cry. Like, I was just reading, like, I think in history class, I just read, like, this one sentence of, like, oh, this many million people died in the World War II, and I just like started crying from this one sentence. Like, do you have, I guess, empathy towards just like a movie, or is it just people that's like in front of you right now?
The people in front of me, but like I didn't know how I would react when Chester Bennington passed away from Linkin Park.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know that happened. That happened maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I did cry a little bit, and I haven't cried for, I would say, the past year. But just thinking
Wow.
about his situation, and like I felt a lot of pain for him.
I wish I could like have FE for like a moment to see what it's like, because I associate FI with desire, and I think, okay, TE is my way to get these desires. But then obviously FE people have desires too because they're human. But then I'm like, wait, do they come from TI? Like the TI is so unbiased, and so I'm like, where does the desire come from?
Where does it come from?
Hormones.
FE and I is just serving humanity. How can I serve people? What can I do to impact the world? Obviously, Enneagram comes into play, but I'm always thinking how I can impact the world for all these people around me, because I feel so much for them and I want to do something for them.
What is your experience / frustrations with inferior TI?
I guess everyone aspires to be their weakest function, their fourth function. So for me, I always want to move towards being more logical in my decision making, and more concrete in following like a foundation of beliefs or ideas and always being consistent. But I realize that I'm not, and that it fluctuates based off what I feel towards the other people and what's the best outcome for them. So it has the human element in everything I do. Anything that doesn't have the human element bores me to death and I won't engage. For instance, like Sudoku. I don't like Sudoku. If it has anything to do with people, I will do it. If a book is about people, I will read it. So that's the problem. Like I will use TI, but it only manifests if it's serving people. But it also comes out in a different way when I criticize somebody in a harsh way. Like let's say out of frustration, I'll criticize somebody once. Just imagine a whip. I whip somebody mentally once, and then I go into a sort of hiding mode, and then I would whip myself mentally 100 times over for doing that and feeling guilty about that. That's how I think TI manifests for me, under stress anyway.
That sounds like my FITE, but reverse. I think I do this when I'm like, okay, there's just this one easy way to do something, but it might be against like FI personal values. But look, this is so much easier, just do it. And then I do it, and then I'm like, wow, this wasn't easier at all, because now I have to face like years of thinking about why did I betray like values that are important to me. But yeah, at the time it just looks easier to do this, just do the TE thing, but afterwards I'm like, no.
There is one more thing about TI. I think right now it's coming out. I'm stacking books up in books, even though I haven't read them yet, about typology, personality. There's sort of an obsession with just learning more and getting to know all the nuances and all the details of a framework.
Right, yeah! Okay, wait, you should show your book. I think Nader has so many books about this, whereas I feel like my knowledge was totally random. Like, I read random bits and pieces from the internet, and then it's like kind of intuitive conjecture, and then like also based on my past SI experiences, and then just kind of like meeting people and seeing what they do. But you have all the books, so I think when you learn about MBTI, do you start from like the foundation and build up?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, learning about like the car model concept, about where the four functions are placed in a car, for instance. Yeah, I think I use a foundation first, because otherwise it would be really uncomfortable to use that type of framework when I'm talking or meeting to other people that are talking about the same topic. I always want a foundation first.
Also, I was gonna ask if you ever have TI grip, because I can't even imagine what that is. What is a TI grip?
I've been depressed before for like 3-4 months, and I didn't know until I was out of it. Being stuck in my head and trying to find some absolute truth that I need to find before I can move on. An obsession with finding out some truth and analyzing the same things over and over and over again. But really, after I look at everything that I was analyzing, it was pretty meaningless.
What were you analyzing?
I wasn't happy with the friendships I have, and as my type, I feel like if you feel your disarray in your friendships, you really feel negatively about yourself, and it affects your own self-worth. So I think it stemmed from that, and I was analyzing too much.
This is really interesting, because as an extrovert, your grip is like introspective focused, whereas I think my grip might be like outwards focused, like in a fit of productivity, like TE productivity. What's the most important thing to you in a relationship?
The most important thing?
The end goal.
One thing that comes to mind is humility, learning from each other and learning outside of that relationship as well. Just continuing growth no matter what.
It's pretty NI growth.
besides that, if you're trying to steer me towards NI, yeah.
Well, no, I'm not trying to steer you to it. I just thought that it was kind of
No,
NI.
it is. I mean, the problem is I get paralysis if I don't see it working out with somebody. Like I see so far down the line that I'll become paralyzed and not take action because I don't think it'll work out. Yeah, I really appreciate extroverted intuition out of all the functions. I think I would definitely want a partner that has that function. It's the most exciting. I feel like two NI users talking about the same thing or just like, nodding their heads all day. And it becomes pretty boring sometimes. It's like, yeah, I would have came to that same conclusion. Cool. When an NI user talks to me, I'm like, wait, I never even thought about that. Let's talk more. Like, that's how they draw me in.
Tell me about your experience with Se PoLR.
Because I work in social work, so a lot of the people there like to do what's tried and tested, but I always see a new path or a better path. If you continue doing this, using this tried and tested manner, it won't succeed in the long term. I can already see that happening, so I'll always want to throw the boat over, if that makes sense, or jump off the boat. So I have no attachment to objects. My father passed away 8 years ago, and he bought me like a PlayStation 2 or 3, I can't remember, whatever, and I had it in my room, and it was taking up room. So I was about to give it away to my friend because I don't use it. And my mom, before doing that, came up to me, and she's SI Dom actually, told me like, how could you do this? Aren't you attached to this? Like, this person that's meaningful in your life bought this for you. And I said, yeah, I'm not using it. I don't really have an attachment to it, so I'm getting rid of it. I can relive nostalgia though, but I'll usually get rid of those objects that make me relive nostalgia. Just because it feels bad or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna share my embarrassing stories of Se PoLR that I told you about. Well, like today we had tea, and I didn't realize the tea was cold until I drank it, but like he realized as soon as he touched it, or maybe even looking that there wasn't any steam. I didn't see that there wasn't any steam. I felt that it was cold, but it didn't register until I drink it. I'm like, oh, it's cold. And then the other really, really bad thing about Se PoLR was that this room is so messy. Sometimes when I'm really into this project, I just neglect everything. I think probably like a part of my mind was like, yeah, it probably smells bad in here, but it didn't really register until there were like flies gathering. I'm like, okay, now I really gotta clean. I don't know if I'm gonna include that, but who knows. Is
that too personal or something? Or
no, it's just embarrassing. Which cognitive function do you least understand personally?
Extroverted thinking.
Extroverted thinking? Really?
I mean, it is similar in the sense that, you know, it's effective. It wants to go from point A to B, sort of like FE. But TE, I just feel like it's very abrasive. And
yeah, it is really
all TE users that give me advice, it's just, I feel like their advice does not resonate with me. If I'm saying it nicely, I would use other words to describe it, and how like people try to give me advice using TE, I just never feel understood in any way. And I don't feel like their solution is looking in the depth of the situation that I'm in.
The one that I least understand is by far TI. I don't understand it at all. No idea. No idea. Actually, we have a INTP guy on YouTube that is always commenting, and shout out, thank you. Everything he says is just making me understand TI a little bit better. This is good. This is like informative interview.
I hope so. You can ask me about something like society-wise. If you want me to get intense or something, I'm saying I can do that.
See, this is so interesting. He's like, if you want me to get intense or something, but I don't have any like emotional goals in terms of other people, right? Like I feel like getting you here to do the interview, that was like a TE goal, but stuff like I want you to emote is maybe more of like an emotional goal that it doesn't really register. It's like, be yourself. What is the most unforgivable emotional transgression, like interpersonal, like the worst thing?
Boy.
It's pretty personal.
I would call it the TE bitch slap. It came out.
TE bitch slap, that's very interesting.
That's what I would call it. It said a bunch of hurtful things to me just for the purpose of hurting me. They weren't necessarily true, but it was 3 or 4 points that just were made to make me feel like crap. And it worked really well. Most
unforgivable emotional transgression, probably like betrayal. Lying is probably worse than hurting. Yeah, I think I pick hurting over lying. Last question! Okay, so on this show, me and Alex make so much fun of FE, or like we just pick on FE because we don't understand it sometimes. So it's like, what is your least favorite thing about FI?
It can seem selfish. It can seem
I
selfish.
knew it.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Which is okay.
Thank you, yay! So happy. I was like my first real interview.
Thanks for having me.
I don't know. Bye.
Bye.
No FE way to like say goodbye. I don't know. Maybe you can say goodbye in a FE way.
Goodbye, everyone. Hope you found this useful.